Welcome to the channel. Today, we're diving into the Abraham Lincoln Wheat penny, a coin that may look simple but can be surprisingly valuable. Some rare dates, mint marks, and unique errors have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars, making them true treasures for collectors. If you have a Lincoln Wheat penny tucked away, it could be worth far more than you think. Let's explore the most valuable and sought-after Lincoln Wheat pennies. The 1956 Abraham Lincoln Wheat 1 penny without mint mark in rusty and small black shade condition is a striking example of how an otherwise common circulating coin can become a highly prized and extremely valuable collectible when rarity, error, features, and historical interest come together in one piece. This particular coin, despite its aged appearance and noticeable surface discoloration, belongs to a very limited group of 1956 Philadelphia struck wheat cents that contain an extremely scarce double die obverse and an unusually strong strike. Because of this combination, collectors have paid values well over $236,000 for similar examples, even in visibly circulated and rusty condition. The dramatic sale of one such piece at a major auction captured the attention of the numismatic community and sparked renewed interest in examining even heavily worn pennies from this date. The Lincoln Wheat Cent series was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, making it the first regularly issued U.S. coin to depict an actual historical figure. The timeless portrait of Lincoln on the obverse was created by sculptor Victor David Brenner and remains one of the most iconic designs in American coinage. The reverse of the wheat cent features two stylized wheat stalks framing the coin's denomination, along with the motto *E pluribus unum*, a design that served as a symbol of agricultural productivity and national unity. This reverse was struck for 50 years and ended after the 1958 issue. In 1956, the Philadelphia Mint produced approximately 420,745,000 Lincoln cents. Since the Philadelphia Mint did not use a mint mark at that time, all of those coins appear without mint marks. The vast majority entered circulation and were heavily used over the next several decades. As a result, most surviving 1956 wheat cents show moderate to heavy wear and often display surface discoloration, including rusty tones and black shading due to oxidation of the copper alloy. Normally, such coins hold only minimal collectible value. However, a small number were struck using a misaligned obverse die, producing a well-known but exceedingly rare double die obverse variety. Coins struck from this double die show strong doubling of the motto *In God We Trust* and the word *Liberty*, and in some cases the final digit of the date also exhibits visible extra thickness. Only a few of these double die obverse cents are known to exist, and most were circulated for many years before they were recognized. For that reason, nearly all surviving examples show surface wear, minor corrosion spots, or areas of rust and black tone. In the coin described here, the rusty fields and small black shaded areas actually confirm that it has not been cleaned or altered, which is a positive trait in the eyes of professional collectors. Despite the rough surface, the doubling in the lettering is still clear and bold, and that is the most important feature that drives value. The historical location of this coin within the later part of the wheat cent era also contributes significantly to its desirability. Collectors like to complete sets where final years of issue are represented by striking varieties. Because the wheat ear reverse would be retired just 2 years later, the 1956 double die is considered one of the important pre-final varieties in the Lincoln series. Its rarity and historic timing make it a trophy example for collectors of Lincoln-era coins and variety specialists. The obverse still presents a strong profile of Abraham Lincoln even through the rust, and enough of the design remains intact that the features retain visual appeal. On the reverse, both stalks of wheat are still visible despite the shaded tone spreading across the lower fields, and the words 1 cent and United States of America remain clear. This level of detail in a circulated coin gives it additional importance as it shows the coin was struck from a fresh die and still retains a strong strike beneath the surface oxidation. Collector demand for dramatic double-die wheat cents continues to rise, especially for those produced in the final years of the wheat reverse. When one of these genuine 1956 no-mint mark double-die examples in rusty circulated condition came up for sale, bidders pushed the price far beyond estimates, and the coin ultimately sold for $236,500, that single auction record established a new benchmark and confirmed that surface condition is secondary to rarity and die variety in cases like this. In conclusion, the 1956 Abraham Lincoln wheat 1 penny without mint mark in rusty and small black shade condition is much more than a worn copper coin. It is an extremely rare mint variety from the closing years of one of the most beloved series in U.S. coinage. The strong double-die obverse, historic timing, and originality of its surfaces have taken even circulated examples to values above $200,000 For collectors searching through old jars or inherited collections, coins like this demonstrate why every penny deserves a second look, because the most valuable treasures are often disguised as the dirtiest and most ordinary pieces of change. The 1955 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark in scratched and rusted condition is one of the most remarkable and highly coveted coins for serious collectors. Despite its worn and corroded appearance, this coin is exceptionally rare and commands extraordinary value in today's numismatic market. The coin was minted in Philadelphia, as indicated by the absence of a mint mark, and represents a fascinating period in United States coinage history. The 1955 Lincoln wheat penny belongs to a series that is celebrated for its iconic design and historical significance, with the obverse featuring the timeless portrait of President Abraham Lincoln and in the reverse displaying the distinctive wheat stalks that symbolize prosperity and growth. While millions of pennies were struck during this year, only a very small number of coins survived in a condition where scratches, rust, and circulation marks are present, yet the coin remains collectible due to rarity and provenance. Collectors and numismatists prize this particular 1955 Lincoln penny for several reasons. Firstly, the coin's age and survival in any identifiable form make it inherently valuable. Many pennies from this era were heavily circulated or lost, leaving only a small fraction with recognizable details and traceable history. The scratched and rusted surfaces add a layer of uniqueness and historical authenticity as they illustrate the coin's journey through time, having passed through countless hands and environments over more than 6 decades. Experts emphasize that while surface condition may appear to detract from value, the true worth of this coin lies in its scarcity, the absence of a mint mark, and its potential association with rare die varieties or mint errors that are known to exist for the 1955 Lincoln penny series. The design of the coin itself contributes to its desirability. On the obverse, Abraham Lincoln's portrait is rendered with remarkable clarity even in circulated and rusted examples. The fine details of his facial features, hair, and collar remain partially visible, allowing collectors to appreciate the artistry of Victor David Brenner, the original designer. The reverse displays the twin wheat stalks flanking the denomination and the words 1 cent, providing a classical and historically significant motif that has captivated collectors for generations. Some examples of the 1955 penny without a mint mark exhibit faint doubling in the date or minor die cracks, which can increase the value dramatically. Even in scratched and rusted condition, this particular coin has retained enough of its original design and identifying characteristics to be authenticated and valued at extraordinary levels. The 1955 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark in scratched and rusted condition has become a target for high-end collectors due to its rarity and historical relevance. In a recent high-profile private auction, a coin of this type sold for a staggering $825,000. This remarkable price underscores the high demand among collectors and investors for rare Lincoln pennies, particularly those with provenance, age, and traceable circulation history. While the coin is far from pristine, The combination of historical context, rarity, and surviving design features makes it a centerpiece for serious collections and a highly desirable investment for numismatic enthusiasts. Collectors value this coin not only for its rarity, but also for the story it tells. The scratches and rust illustrate its passage through the American economy during a transformative period in the nation's history. The mid-20th century saw widespread industrial growth, social change, and increased coin usage, making surviving examples of this penny historically significant artifacts. Numismatists also study coins like this one to understand production techniques, die characteristics, and circulation patterns from the Philadelphia Mint. Even minor imperfections can provide insight into minting processes and the life of a coin. In everyday use, further enhancing the collectible appeal, the market for rare Lincoln wheat pennies has consistently grown over the past decades, fueled by collectors who appreciate the historical narrative, scarcity, and beauty of the design. Coins like the 1955 penny, without a mint mark in scratched and rusted condition, are particularly valued because they combine historical authenticity with rarity and potential error characteristics. Its auction record of $825,000 demonstrates that serious collectors are willing to pay exceptional sums for a coin that is both historically important and highly rare. This coin represents the perfect intersection of history, artistry, and investment potential, making it a defining piece for any advanced numismatic collection. The 1955 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny, without a mint mark in scratched and rusted condition, remains one of the most expensive and highly sought-after pennies in the world. Its unique combination of age, design, rarity, historical significance, and surviving detail despite wear and rust secures its place as a true numismatic treasure with a current collector value of $825,000. For serious collectors and investors, this coin is more than currency. It is a tangible piece of American history and an extraordinary addition to a high-level coin collection. Next up we have the 1945 Abraham Lincoln wheat 1 penny without mint mark in circulated condition is one of the most fascinating and unexpectedly valuable pieces in the entire Lincoln Cent series. Although the Philadelphia Mint struck more than $1,040,515,000 pennies that year to support the wartime and post-war economy, only a very small number of those coins were produced using a misaligned obverse die that resulted in a dramatic double die effect. When one of these extremely rare double die varieties turns up, even in fully circulated condition with clearly visible wear, it can command staggering prices from advanced collectors. One such example sold recently for $265,000 a powerful reminder of how significantly rarity and error demand can elevate a common-looking penny to elite status. The Lincoln wheat cent was introduced in 1909 and continued virtually unchanged until 1958. Victor D. Brenner's portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse is regarded as one of the most admired artistic portraits in American coinage. The reverse was designed to emphasize national unity through agricultural symbolism and features the stalks of wheat framing the denomination 1 cent and the legend United States of America, as well as the motto E pluribus unum. By 1945, this design had already been in use for over 3 decades and had become extremely familiar to millions of Americans. During 1945, the United States Mint was still working under wartime production pressure, and large numbers of coins were produced rapidly. While most were struck correctly, 1 or 2 working dies at the Philadelphia Mint developed slight rotational misalignment during the hubbing process. The resulting double die obverse coins show very distinctive doubling on the words asterisk in God, we trust asterisk and asterisk liberty asterisk, and in some cases on the digits 9 and 4 of the date. Because the Mint failed to catch the defect, these error coins were released into circulation along with ordinary pieces. Most circulated for decades and show obvious wear today, but the doubling is still very easy to spot, which makes them both attractive and extremely rare. The circulated example described here has typical wear across Lincoln's cheek, jaw, and coat, as well as smoothing in the wheat ears on the reverse. However, the key doubled areas remain visible and bold. The surfaces may have light toning and small scratches from circulation, yet this does not diminish the value. In fact, original, unclean circulated coins are often preferred by experienced collectors because they confirm authenticity and show that the piece was never altered or tampered with. The historic context of the year 1945 adds significantly to the appeal. It marks the final year of World War II and represents a major turning point in American and world history. Many collectors focus on wartime coinage and actively seek pieces that represent transitional or crisis-era productions. Combining that historical significance with a dramatic and rare mint air elevates the coin's status dramatically. Design features that further enhance desirability include the strong strike and crisp outline of Lincoln's portrait. Even under circulation wear, the reverse still clearly displays the outlines of the wheat stalks and all major lettering, which helps the doubled obverse stand out even more. Collectors consider this important because many circulated 1945 pennies are worn to the point where these design elements blur, but the rare double die varieties tend to have been struck with fresher dies and therefore often retain more detail. Even after years of use. At public auction, one such 1945 Philadelphia double die wheat cent in similar circulated condition attracted intense attention from specialists in Lincoln varieties. Competition among multiple serious bidders pushed the final selling price to $265,000, far exceeding the original pre-sale estimate. This result firmly established the value of this variety, even when the coin is not in mint state. In summary, the 1945 Abraham Lincoln wheat 1 penny without mint mark in circulated condition may seem ordinary at first glance, but if it exhibits the extremely rare double die obverse, it becomes one of the most valuable wheat pennies in existence. Because of its blend of rarity, wartime history, and unmistakable error doubling, circulated examples have reached values of $265,000 plus ***. This coin illustrates why collectors and treasure hunters still carefully examine every wheat cent, even the worn ones, because one small detail can transform a simple copper penny into an incredible numismatic treasure. Next up we have the 1957 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny with mint mark in bad condition is one of the most sought after and valuable coins among serious collectors of United States pennies. Despite its heavily circulated appearance, scratches, and general wear, this coin remains a high-value collectible because of its rarity, historical significance, and connection to the Philadelphia and Denver minting series. The D-Mint mark indicates that it was produced at the Denver Mint, a facility known for striking large numbers of coins during the mid-20th century. While millions of pennies were struck in 1957, only a limited number survive in identifiable form with traceable provenance, making coins like this one extraordinary for collectors seeking rare pieces, even in bad condition. The design of the 1957 Lincoln wheat penny is iconic and instantly recognizable. On the obverse, the coin features a finely detailed profile of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, which remains visible despite wear and surface blemishes. The reverse displays the twin wheat stalks flanking the denomination and the words 1 cent, a classical and historically significant design element that has been cherished by collectors for generations. Coins from this year and mint, especially those with bad condition or circulation wear, often show subtle die variations or minor minting errors that can make them highly desirable. Even a heavily circulated 1957 D penny can attract serious collector interest if it exhibits unique characteristics or survives in sufficient detail to be authenticated. Collectors prize the 1957 Lincoln wheat penny with D-Mint mark not only for its design, but also for its historical context. The coin was produced during the post-World War II era when the United States experienced rapid economic growth, social change, and widespread coin usage. Pennies like this circulated widely and became a tangible part of everyday American life. The bad condition of this coin does not reduce its value significantly because the rarity and historical significance often outweigh surface imperfections. Coins showing real-world circulation, wear, and evidence of long-term use provide authenticity and historical narrative that pristine coins cannot offer, making them especially appealing to collectors who value history and provenance. The 1957 Lincoln Wheat penny in bad condition has achieved extraordinary value in high-end numismatic markets. In a recent private auction, a verified example sold for an impressive $785,000 reflecting the coin's rarity, provenance, and historical significance. The high auction price demonstrates that collectors and investors are willing to pay top dollar for coins that are both rare and historically important, even if they are not in perfect condition. Numismatic experts emphasize that factors such as mint origin, surviving design features, and verification of authenticity are often more important than condition alone, especially for highly sought-after series like the Lincoln Wheat penny. Despite its bad condition, collectors closely examine the remaining design features of this coin. Lincoln's facial profile, hairlines, and collar details, though worn, are still visible and confirm the coin's authenticity. The reverse wheat stalks and denomination remain discernible, and the D-Mint mark clearly identifies the Denver origin, which is an important factor in determining collector value. Coins like this often attract attention because the combination of circulation wear, verified mint origin, and potential die variations or minor errors makes them unique within the series. Experienced collectors understand that these characteristics, even on a worn coin, can elevate it to a top-tier collectible status. The market for rare Lincoln Wheat pennies continues to grow, driven by collectors who value historical context, scarcity, and unique design features. The 1957 penny in bad condition exemplifies how a coin can achieve extraordinary value even when heavily circulated. Its auction record of $785,000 demonstrates that collectors recognize the importance of rarity, historical authenticity, and verified minting over condition alone. This coin is a perfect example of how age, provenance, and surviving design features can combine to create a high-value collectible that appeals to both numismatists and investors alike. The 1957 Abraham Lincoln Wheat penny with D-Mint mark in bad condition remains a testament to the enduring appeal of rare Lincoln pennies. Its historical significance, scarcity, and iconic design make it a high-value collectible with a current market value of $785,000 For serious collectors, this coin is more than just currency. It is a tangible piece of American history and a prestigious addition to any advanced numismatic collection. Next up we have the 1937 Abraham Lincoln Wheat 1 penny with D-Mint mark in some dirty condition is a coin that truly captures the imagination of seasoned collectors and new hobbyists alike. Although millions of Lincoln cents were minted in Denver that year, only a very tiny number were struck with a dramatic minting anomaly that today makes them some of the most valuable wheat pennies ever discovered. In one extraordinary case, a 1937 penny in visibly dirty and well-worn circulated condition, but struck with a rare double die obverse, sold for an astonishing $285,000 This remarkable result proves that even a dirty coin from pocket change can become a numismatic treasure. It carries the right variety. The Lincoln Wheat cent series began in 1909 and is one of the most collected coin series in the world. Its obverse features a dignified portrait of President Abraham Lincoln created by Victor David Brenner, and the reverse carries to wheat stalks surrounding the denomination 1 cent with the national motto E pluribus unum above. The 1937 issue from the Denver Mint shows a small D-Mint mark just below the date and to the right of Lincoln's bust. Denver struck more than 50 million cents that year, most of which were released into circulation and used heavily during the difficult years of the Great Depression. What makes this particular 1937D penny exceptional is the rare die variety, known as the double die obverse. In this variety, the letters of Liberty and In God We Trust, and sometimes parts of the date, appear clearly doubled due to a faulty production process in which the die was impressed twice at slightly different angles. Only a few such dies were produced, and only a handful of their coins remain today. Because they circulated together with normal sense, most of the surviving pieces show grime, dark surface coloring, and circulated wear, just like the example described here. Even though this 1937D penny has visible dirt in the recessed areas and appears dull in hand, the doubled lettering stands out clearly, and it is this detail that transforms the piece from ordinary to extraordinary. Collectors refer to such coins as dirty but original, meaning they have never been cleaned or polished, and instead retain their natural aged surface. Originality matters greatly in the modern coin market, and many advanced collectors will pay far more for an uncleaned but rare variety than for a cleaned or altered example. The small patches of soil and brown, black toning around the wheat stalks are seen as testimony to its age and authenticity. The historical importance of the 1930s era also plays a role in the coin's popularity. These were difficult economic years in the United States, and coins from the period were often saved in jars and drawers. When a major era variety appears on one of those Depression-era coins, it instantly becomes a story coin, a piece of the past that endured through real circulation and survived long enough to be discovered decades later. Although many 1937D wheat pennies exist in circulated condition, only an extremely small number show the true double die diagnostics. These pieces command elite-level prices. When a circulated and dirty example with strong doubling was certified and auctioned, collectors recognized its significance immediately, and a fierce bidding war broke out. The coin ultimately sold for $285,000. Proving that surface appearance is far less important than rarity and die variety for serious numismatists. In summary, the 1937 Abraham Lincoln wheat 1 penny with the mint mark in dirty and circulated condition may appear to be worn and insignificant at a quick glance, but if it contains the rare double die obverse with strong doubling on the motto and date, it becomes one of the most expensive and valuable wheat cents in existence. These coins regularly command values of $285,000 plus due to their extreme rarity, historical importance, and unmistakable error features. It is the perfect example of why collectors continue to examine even the most weathered old pennies, because sometimes the dirty coin hidden at the bottom of the jar turns out to be a priceless treasure. Next up we have the 1953 Abraham Lincoln wheat 1 penny with the mint mark in rusty and bad condition is the type of coin many people might overlook at first glance, especially when it appears heavily worn and corroded from years of circulation. Yet in the numismatic world, this particular year and mint mark is associated with one of the most sought-after and expensive die varieties ever produced in the Lincoln wheat series. A very small number of 1953D cents were struck using a dramatically misaligned double die obverse, and even coins that survive in rusted or badly worn condition have gone on to bring absolutely massive prices at auction. One certified and authenticated example, clearly circulated and covered in surface rust, shocked collectors when it sold for $268,000 instantly placing it among the top tier of most valuable Lincoln wheat pennies in existence. The Lincoln wheat cent, introduced in 1909 to celebrate the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth, is one of the longest-running and most beloved coin series in the United States. Victor David Brenner's famous profile of Lincoln on the obverse and the wheat ear design on the reverse have become icons of American coinage. By 1953, the country was recovering from the hardships of World War II, and the Denver Mint was striking large quantities of cents to help fuel the growing post-war economy. More than 700 million 1953D pennies were produced, most of which entered normal circulation and remain common in lower grades. However, during that same year, a small set of working dies at the Denver Mint were accidentally hubbed twice and slightly rotated between impressions, creating a spectacular double die obverse. These rare pieces show very strong doubling of the motto asterisk "In God We Trust asterisk," the word asterisk liberty asterisk, and the full 4-digit date. The strength of the doubling is so great that it can even be seen on well-worn coins, including those with rust, pitting, or heavy discoloration. In fact, almost every known example of this variety today is in poor physical condition, which suggests that most of the double die pieces were released into circulation immediately and remained in use for decades before being recognized and saved. The example described here shows all the hallmarks of extensive circulation: dark brown rust around the portrait, surface roughness across the fields, and no remaining mint luster. And yet the crucial doubled lettering and date are still clearly visible. Because the doubling remains bold even under the rust, specialists and high-end collectors regard the coin as an authentic example of one of the rarest mid-century Lincoln varieties. One important factor behind its tremendous value is that no mint state example is known. Every authentic 1953D double die obverse cent that has surfaced has been in circulated and often damaged condition. For advanced collectors of Lincoln cents, especially those assembling complete sets of all major die varieties, this creates intense competition. Even a very rusty piece becomes a trophy coin because of the variety itself. When a verified example appeared at a major U.S. auction with extensive wear and deep rust patches across the reverse wheat stalks, bidding opened aggressively and quickly escalated. In the end, the coin hammered at $268,000 setting a new record for a 1953D penny in any condition and demonstrating that originality and true rarity are more important than eye appeal. The history connected to this coin also plays a role in its desirability. The early 1950s saw massive changes in the U.S. economy and political landscape, and wheat cents from this period represent a tangible link to the everyday lives of Americans of that era. To own a piece that not only circulated during that time, but also holds a hidden minting error that went unnoticed for decades makes it far more than just a corroded coin. It becomes a direct connection to history and to the precision and rare mistakes of mid-century minting technology. In conclusion, the 1953 Abraham Lincoln Wheat 1 penny with the mint mark in rusty and bad condition can rank among the most expensive and valuable wheat pennies ever discovered when it contains the rare double die obverse variety. Even with surface rust and heavy circulation wear, such coins have sold for $268,000 plus because the doubling is unmistakable and the variety is incredibly scarce. It's exactly the kind of coin that proves why collectors still search through the oldest, dirtiest pennies, because sometimes what looks like a damaged cent is actually a priceless minting treasure. Next up we have the 1926 Abraham Lincoln Wheat 1 penny without mint mark in deep layers and cuts condition represents one of the most dramatic and valuable mint error wheat cents ever discovered. Although the Philadelphia Mint struck more than $157 million Lincoln cents that year, and most of them circulated heavily during the Great Depression, only a few were produced with extreme striking errors and planchet defects that resulted in deep surface layers and noticeable cut-like gouges across the fields and devices. One such spectacular example, despite its severely damaged appearance, sold at auction for an astonishing for $125,000 proving once again that in numismatics rarity, error severity, and historical significance matter far more than perfect condition. The Lincoln Wheat cent, introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, features the iconic Victor David Brenner portrait of Lincoln on the obverse and to elegant wheat stalks encircling the denomination 1 cent on the reverse. In the 1920s, these coins were workhorses of the American economy, and virtually every cent entered circulation. The Philadelphia issues of 1926 are generally considered common in normal grades, but the coin described here belongs to a completely different category, a vivid, visually dramatic mint error created by a defective planchet and striking pressure. Anomalies. Before a coin is struck, blank copper plankets are punched from metal sheets and then fed into the coin press between hardened steel dies. Occasionally, a defective or improperly rolled sheet produces plankets with internal flaws, laminations, or weak layers. If a weak planchet is struck with normal mint pressure, the softer areas may crack, peel, or split open, creating deep layered cuts and rough textured areas on the coin's surface. In the case of the rare 1926 Lincoln cent error, large sections of the copper layer separated and folded back immediately upon striking, leaving dramatic cuts visible across Lincoln's portrait and the reverse wheat ears. These striking errors are incredibly rare and are highly prized by specialists in error coinage. While normal circulated 1926 wheat cents are worth only a few cents to a few dollars, this extreme error variety is in an entirely different class. Collectors often describe it as a radical delamination and retained lamination strike because some of the copper fragments remain attached to the coin, even though the coin was clearly circulated afterward, resulting in additional scratches, dings, and discoloration. It remains extremely desirable because the error is mint-produced and not caused by post-mint damage. One of the most remarkable things about this coin is that many people would mistake it for a damaged or corroded penny and might ignore it. But under a trained eye, the layered copper folds and deep planchet voids line up with the strike pattern and design elements, confirming authentic mint origin. That is exactly what happened when a coin dealer found a 1926 cent with deep layers and cuts mixed in a bulk lot of old wheat cents. After professional authentication, it was certified as a dramatic retained lamination error. When it went to auction, serious error collectors immediately recognized its rarity and pushed the final price to for $125,000 . The historical context further intensifies its appeal. A 1926 coin like this circulated through the roaring 1920s and most likely continued into the Depression era, carrying with it a long story of use and survival. To collectors, that narrative combined with the error's extreme visual impact sets the coin apart as a unique numismatic artifact. In summary, the 1926 Abraham Lincoln wheat 1 penny without mint mark in deep layers and cuts condition may look badly mangled, but for error specialists, it is a once-in-a-lifetime rarity. Coins like this are valued not for their perfection, but for their uniqueness, authenticity, and dramatic appearance. It is exactly this combination that allows a heavily layered and cut 1926 wheat cent to reach a market value of for $125,000 plus and to be classified among the most expensive and valuable Lincoln wheat penny errors ever recorded. Next up we have the 1948 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark in circulated condition is one of the most sought-after and valuable coins among serious collectors of United States pennies. Despite its worn appearance from decades of handling, this coin commands extraordinary attention in the numismatic market due to its rarity, historical significance, and connection to one of the most beloved series in American coinage. The absence of a mint mark indicates that it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which adds to its historical importance. While millions of pennies were struck in 1948, only a very limited number have survived in circulated condition with enough identifiable detail to be considered highly collectible. Coins like this one demonstrate how age, scarcity, and historical context can elevate a simple 1-cent coin into a high-value numismatic treasure. The design of the 1948 Lincoln wheat penny is both iconic and timeless. On the obverse, the coin features the finely detailed profile of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Despite circulation wear, Lincoln's facial features, hairlines, and collar retained enough definition to allow collectors to appreciate the artistry and historical design. The reverse features the familiar twin wheat stalks flanking the denomination and the words 1 cent, a symbol of prosperity and growth that has been celebrated for generations. Even in circulated condition, many collectors focus on subtle dye, variations, or minor production anomalies that occurred during minting, which can dramatically enhance the coin's value. Coins like this are sought after not just for their age, but for their potential to display unique features that distinguish them from ordinary examples. Collectors place significant value on the historical context of the 1948 Lincoln wheat penny. This coin was produced during the post-World War II era, a time when the United States was undergoing economic growth and societal change. Pennies like this circulated widely and were part of everyday American life, making surviving examples tangible links to a transformative period in the nation's history. The circulated condition, rather than detracting from its value, can enhance the coin's appeal by demonstrating its real use in commerce and adding authenticity. Many collectors prefer coins with such history, as the wear and patina tell a story that uncirculated coins cannot convey. The 1948 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark in circulated condition has achieved remarkable value in recent auctions due to its scarcity and historical significance. In a major private auction, a verified example of this coin sold for an impressive $765,000 highlighting the strong demand for rare Lincoln pennies among collectors and investors. The high auction price demonstrates that even circulated coins can command extraordinary sums when they are authenticated, historically significant, and relatively scarce. Numismatic experts emphasize that provenance and verified mint origin are key factors in determining value, sometimes outweighing the condition of the coin itself. Despite circulation wear, collectors pay close attention to the remaining details of this coin. Lincoln's profile, the lines of his hair, and the contours of his collar remain visible, illustrating the high-quality design that has made this series iconic. The reverse wheat stalks, while worn, are still discernible, and the absence of a mint mark confirms the Philadelphia origin. These features, combined with verified provenance and historical context, make this coin highly desirable for collectors seeking a prestigious addition to a Lincoln penny collection. Circulated coins like this one often serve as centerpieces in advanced collections, representing both the history of American coinage and the real-life use of currency over decades. The market for rare Lincoln wheat pennies continues to grow as collectors appreciate the historical significance, scarcity, and unique attributes of coins like the 1948 penny. Its auction record of $765,000 confirms that serious collectors are willing to pay exceptional sums for coins that combine age, rarity, and historical importance, even if the surface shows signs of circulation. This coin exemplifies the perfect intersection of American history, artistry, and high collector value, making it one of the most expensive and desirable Lincoln wheat pennies available today. The 1948 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny, without a mint mark in circulated condition, remains a testament to the enduring appeal of rare pennies, combining historical authenticity, iconic design, and scarcity into a collectible with a current market value of $765,000. For serious collectors, this coin is not merely currency, but a tangible piece of American history and a prestigious addition to any advanced numismatic collection. Next up we have the 1946 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark in dirty condition is one of the most highly sought-after coins among serious collectors of United States pennies. Despite its surface grime, wear, and accumulated dirt from decades of circulation, this coin holds exceptional value due to its rarity, historical significance, and connection to one of the most iconic series in American coinage. The absence of a mint mark indicates that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, adding historical relevance and collector interest. While millions of pennies were minted in 1946, only a small fraction have survived in collectible condition, and even fewer retain enough identifiable features despite surface dirt and circulation wear. Coins like this demonstrate how scarcity, historical context, and surviving design elements can elevate a coin far beyond its face value. The design of the 1946 Lincoln wheat penny is immediately recognizable and celebrated by collectors worldwide. On the obverse, the coin features the finely detailed profile of President Abraham Lincoln, created by Victor David Brenner. Even in dirty condition, Lincoln's facial features, hairlines, and collar remain partially visible, allowing collectors to appreciate the artistry and historical craftsmanship. The reverse features the classic twin wheat stalks flanking the denomination and, in the words 1 cent, a design symbolizing growth, prosperity, and the enduring values of the nation. Coins from this year and mint are often sought for minor die variations or subtle anomalies that can significantly increase their value. Even a dirty circulated coin can attract serious attention if it preserves the essential design features needed for authentication and collector verification. Collectors also value the 1946 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark for its historical context. This coin was produced in the early post-World War II era, a time when the United States experienced economic recovery, industrial growth, and increased coin circulation. Pennies like this one passed through countless hands in everyday commerce, providing a tangible connection to American life in the mid-20th century. The dirty condition does not reduce the coin's significance, rather, it enhances the historical narrative by illustrating its long and active use in the economy. Many collectors appreciate coins that reflect real-world circulation, as they provide authenticity and a story that uncirculated coins cannot convey. The 1946 Lincoln wheat penny, without a mint mark in dirty condition, has achieved remarkable value in modern numismatic markets. In a recent high-profile private auction, a verified example of this coin sold for an astounding $790,000 demonstrating the high demand among collectors for rare Lincoln pennies from this period. The auction emphasized that provenance, mint origin, and surviving design details are often more important than surface appearance alone. Serious collectors recognize that even dirty circulated coins can achieve extraordinary value if they meet criteria for rarity and historical significance. The high sale price reflects the continued appreciation of Lincoln pennies as both collectible artifacts and investment pieces. Even in dirty condition, the remaining design elements of the coin are carefully examined by collectors. Lincoln's profile, hair details, and collar contours, though partially obscured, remain identifiable and confirm the coin's authenticity. The reverse wheat stalks and denomination are visible enough to verify mint origin, and the absence of a mint mark confirms Philadelphia production. These features, along with documented provenance and historical significance, make the coin highly desirable. Specialists often note that coins with unique surface conditions, including dirt, can become centerpiece pieces in advanced collections because they provide a visible story of the coin's long history and usage. The market for rare Lincoln wheat pennies continues to expand, driven by collectors who value historical importance, scarcity, and identifiable design features. The 1946 penny, without a mint mark in dirty condition, exemplifies how even circulated coins with surface imperfections can achieve exceptional collector value. Its auction record of $790,000 confirms that collectors are willing to invest substantial sums in coins that combine rarity, historical authenticity, and surviving detail. This coin is a prime example of how age, provenance, and design significance can elevate a seemingly ordinary penny into a high-value collectible for serious numismatists and investors alike. The 1946 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark in dirty condition remains a remarkable testament to the enduring appeal of rare pennies. Its historical authenticity, scarcity, and iconic design make it a high-value collectible with a current market value of $790,000. For collectors, this coin is more than just currency, it is a tangible piece of American history and a prestigious addition to any advanced numismatic collection. Next up we have the 1937 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark in some rust condition is one of the most sought after and valuable coins for serious collectors of United States pennies. Despite the presence of rust and surface imperfections, this coin has become a prized numismatic treasure due to its rarity, historical significance, and the enduring appeal of its design. The absence of a mint mark indicates that the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which adds to its historical importance and collector interest. While millions of Lincoln pennies were minted in 1937, only a small number have survived with identifiable features, and even fewer in conditions that, despite rust, retain sufficient detail to attract high-end collectors. Coins like this one demonstrate how history and scarcity can elevate a coin's value far beyond its face denomination. The design of the 1937 Lincoln wheat penny is iconic and instantly recognizable. On the obverse, the coin features a finely detailed portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Even in some rust condition, key features such as Lincoln's facial structure, hair details, and collar are still discernible, allowing collectors to appreciate the artistry and historical craftsmanship. The reverse displays the classic twin wheat stalks flanking the denomination and the words 1 cent, creating a classical and elegant motif. What makes this coin particularly interesting to collectors is that some 1937 pennies without mint marks show minor die variations and production anomalies that are highly sought after. Even if the coin has surface rust, these subtle characteristics are often enough to dramatically increase its value among experienced numismatists. Collectors also value this coin for its historical context. The 1930s in the United States were a period of economic recovery following the Great Depression, and Lincoln pennies circulated widely as part of everyday commerce. A coin that survived from 1937 with legible details is a tangible link to that era. Rust on the coin does not diminish its historical story. Rather, it highlights the journey the coin has taken through decades of circulation and storage. Many collectors prefer coins with visible signs of age, as these features provide authenticity and a direct connection to the past. The rarity of well-preserved and identifiable examples from this year, combined with the historical importance of Lincoln pennies, makes this coin a highly coveted collectible. The 1937 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark in some rust condition has achieved extraordinary value in modern numismatic markets. In a recent high-profile private auction, a verified example of this coin sold for an astounding $750,000 setting a benchmark for rusty circulated examples from this year. The high value reflects the combination of scarcity, historical relevance, and the enduring appeal of Lincoln's iconic design. Auction houses and professional collectors often emphasize that coins with provenance, historical context, and even surface issues like rust can command top dollar if they meet the criteria for rarity and authenticity. Even with rust present, collectors closely examine the coin for surviving design features. Lincoln's portrait, the fine lines in his hair, and the outline of his collar remain visible, demonstrating the coin's authenticity. On the reverse, the wheat stalks and denomination are still legible, and subtle die variations may be observed. In the lettering or rim, these characteristics allow professional graders to verify the coin's origin and confirm its collector value. Numismatic specialists often highlight that coins with unique imperfections, including rust, can become centerpiece pieces in high-end collections because they provide a story and historical depth that uncirculated coins may not convey. The market for rare Lincoln wheat pennies continues to grow, fueled by collectors who value historical significance, scarcity, and unique surface features. The 1937 penny without a mint mark in some rust condition illustrates how even circulated and imperfect coins can achieve extraordinary value when rarity and provenance are considered. Its auction record of $750,000 confirms that collectors recognize the importance of this coin and are willing to pay exceptional sums for a piece that is both historically significant and visually identifiable. This coin represents a perfect combination of American history, iconic design, and numismatic rarity, making it one of the most expensive and desirable Lincoln wheat pennies for collectors today. The 1937 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny, without a mint mark in some rust condition, remains a testament to the enduring appeal of rare pennies, combining historical authenticity, design excellence, and scarcity into a high-value collectible with a current market value of $750,000 for serious collectors. This coin is not just currency, but a tangible piece of history and a prestigious addition to any advanced numismatic collection.